Hey, welcome to the night 15-minute workout, new game. So this is just a 15-minute workout with some of the core moves from the night character, and it's perfect if you just want a quick little workout or you're just kind of getting into game to train and you'd like to try out some of the different characters to sort of get a flavour for which one you'd like to become more like. Really straightforward. It's basically 6 moves and a power move, and then we go through that twice. There's only 2 rounds. And each of the moves is 30 seconds with 30 seconds rest, which is plenty of time for me to set it up, make sure you've got the correct form before starting it. And form is the most important thing about all of these workouts. So yeah, are you ready to become a knight? Because this is where it starts. Okay, the very first move I'm going to be showing you is march. So just watch me for now. You're basically going to be marching is pretty straightforward. I want you to concentrate there on trying getting your back nice and straight. If you can't lift your knees up too high, you can kind of lift them this much, but the idea would be to try and stretch and get up to a good marching height. So like I said, it's only 30 seconds work. I'm going to have all this time now to explain how to do it, and then the bell will go and then we start off. Okay, you ready? Let's start the workout. Alright, so you don't have to rep these out, you don't have to go quickly. This is all about kind of getting into the motion, getting used to the moves. It's really good because you're actually kind of crunching and doing your abs at the same time. I know it doesn't seem like it because you're lifting your legs up and down, but if you actually touch your stomach while you're doing it, sneaky abs. Yeah, that's what we want, sneaky abs. That's it, that was the first 30 seconds. The next move we're going to be doing is avoid the arrows. So we're not going to do the full game to train version of this. We're just going to do a slightly pared down version while we get our kind of flexibility and mobility going. So I want your feet shoulder width apart, kind of sink down a little bit like so, and I want you to just kind of jump and do a little 180 like that, and then stand up and landing really softly. Okay, that's all I want you to do. You don't have to jump high. Let's go. You can just jump nice and low, stand up in between. I just want you to get used to having a little twist, okay? And the more you get into the night workout, the slightly madder avoiding the arrows becomes. But this is the basic core bit that you want to get right before you move on to the next stage. That's it. Right, the next move is, you just stop saying that at the beginning, it's one of my favourites. It's called Over Encumbered, and anyone who's played Skyrim will fully know this after stealing things found on shelves that you don't think you need. Right, so feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, toes slightly outwards. I want you to sink down into a squat, whatever feels comfortable. So try and keep your back flat, your butt back shooting outwards, right? Knees behind toes, and then imagine you're carrying some heavy stuff, and we're just going to walk around. And the idea here, you look very stupid, that's okay, like a weird ET carrying logs or something. But the idea is to try and not stand up. It's to keep that tension in your legs. If you need to come up a bit higher to keep that going, that's fine. Because obviously the lower you go, the harder it's going to be, okay? So you could go like really low, like now, which I'm ultimately regretting. But I don't want to stand up. Don't stand up. Ugh. There you go. On to the next move, which is attack them. So we're going to come into a lunge. So I'm pretty sure you might have done lunges before, but maybe not. So you're going to kind of sink down like so, knee below your leg, this knee parallel to your ankle, she says. You're going to try and keep your torso straight, and we're going to go for 4 swipes. 3, 4, stand up into the next leg. Okay, so let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to keep that torso as straight as possible. Obviously, the lower you go in the lunge, the harder it's going to be. So if I get really low, try and get that back straight, torso not moving, it's much harder, like much harder. So if you need to just start here, this is fine. It's all about getting your balance and building up that strength in your legs. That's it. Take a little bit of a rest. For the next move, we're going to get down to the floor. So this is called push the cart. Basically, we're going to start from plank. So the important thing about plank is shoulders, wrist, elbow in line. Very important. Don't stick your bum up like that. Tuck it, yeah, so your core is engaged. And we're just going to bring our legs forward like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and then we're going to stand up. Okay, so come back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then stand up. If you prefer, you can do 6 and then put your knees down. 4, 5, 6, so come back to plank, put your knees down, catch your breath, come back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put it down. It's up to you though. Oh, I think we're done. That's it. Next move after this is our ab move. So this is called swimming the MOAT, or the swim the MOAT. Right, this is totally changeable depending on what your level is. Basically, lie with your back against the floor. That's always important with abs. Like there shouldn't be any gap between you. You're going to start with your legs really high and just imagine basically you're swimming. The lower you lower them, the harder it's going to be. But basically, point the toes and swim like this. So if you need to start up here, that's totally fine. If you want to go slower, that's also fine. As you're doing this, make sure that back is pushed into the floor, okay? Like I should be able to put my hand under here. You need to push that back into the floor whilst you're swimming. Now, this is tough. Ab moves with legs are tough. They're always difficult. It takes a lot to get good at them. So if you're starting up top, that's okay. We can always progress lower later. But just get that move right and make sure that back is into the floor. All right, okay, so look, this is it. That's the end of the first round. We just have the power move. So what I like to do is just have a little moment rest because you've been working hard. Just try and drink some water right now. That's a really good idea. And then basically we've got a power move. So again, I'm going to explain it for 30 seconds and then I want you to go as safely and quickly as you can. But I wanted to have a little gap so that you can refresh and do this one well. Okay, right. So the power move we're going to be doing is called sweet roll. Obviously, did someone steal your sweet roll? Okay, so we're going to pop down to the floor, come or step back. Stepping back is also fine. Get down to the floor, roll. Okay, and then you can roll again. I'm going to run out of floor space and then pop back up. Preferably 2 rolls, but it's quite difficult to shoot in this room and have all the space I need. I tend to run into plants. Okay, so let's start. All right, so sweet roll. So go at your own pace, but if you can go quick, go quick. Do a double roll is much more fun, I have to say. I just don't have the space here to do it. I just want you to try and do a little speedy end at these rounds, okay? We're going to have another 30-second rest after this before we start the next round. Well done, good job. Round 1 smashed. Okay, amazing job. You've done round 1. There's only 1 to go. We've got 30 seconds rest here, so get your towel, wipe the sweat off your face. I did a sneaky towel wipe a second ago. Drink some water, and then we're just going to go through that whole round again, and then you're done, right? It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, make sure you drink water. Try and open your windows. I can't because I live in a world full of sirens. So yeah. Okay, so we are back to round 2. Remember, this is the first one we're marching. So now, the concentration of your balance should kind of be in your heel a bit. It's almost like your toes are sort of irrelevant. So once you kind of get to that point where your back is straight, let me make sure you can see, right? Then I want you to just try and go a little bit quicker. Remember, you're working on abs at the same time, as well as your legs. It's really good for balance. And then later on, we can start wrapping them out, but not just yet. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Okay, let's start with the march. Come on, this is the last round, and then you're done for the day. So, right, just wrapping them out. Here we go. If it makes you feel happier, feel your abs and how hardcore they are getting. I like to do that. It makes me really happy when I can feel that they're like really tight. So yeah. And they will get really light. Honestly, standing abs where you effectively use your legs to work them out, are like my fave. Okay, nearly done. That's it. Okay, take a breath. Next move is avoid the arrows. So remember, we're not using the arms too much in this. We're just making sure we're landing very, very softly. Remember the rule, basically the quieter you land, the better you're landing, okay? It's a general rule. So we're bending down, we're just doing a little 180. If going down too much is too much and you actually find it easier just to go, this is also fine. If it's less of a move, it's also fine, okay? All right, are you ready? Let's do it. Just remember to bend those knees, because honestly, your knees, or for me anyway, my knees are the thing that get trashed the quickest, especially when you're doing plyometrics like this. Plyometrics just basically means jumping, but yeah, so look after them. Make sure you've done like the stretch to start with. Some good stuff in there. We're done, that's it. Okay, only a few more moves and then we're done. Okay, next move is over encumbered. I do love this. If you found it a bit easier last time, when you sink into that slightly wide squat, remember back flat, not like this, it's sort of like, it's like that, but then like with a little bit straight, can you see, like that to that, right? It's sort of, I didn't explain that very well. Okay, so we're coming down, we're holding our bunch of crap, and we're walking. Let's go. It's kind of like a weird duck butt waddle kind of thing. I'm going to show you from the front like this. Here we go. So remember, the idea is to not stand up. The lower you can go, the better. The more hardcore it is on your legs and the stronger. You can feel it, like how your legs are basically on fire. So you can actually go pretty low, and then if it gets a bit much, just come up a bit. And you can keep it going for 30 seconds, easy. Ugh, well, I say easy. Oof. Right, okay. Next one is attack them. So we're coming into a lunge. So 2 back-to-back leg moves. There's a reason for that. A knight has to have hella strong legs, seriously. More than arms, I would say. Arm is heavy. Right, so we're coming down into that lunge, and we're basically swiping and attacking for 4, and then we're changing legs, okay? So, all right, let me just do it this way so you can see a bit better. I say that and I've made it worse. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, keep that torso as flat as possible, and take your time to get the lunge balance right. I would rather you took the time to get the lunge balance right so you're not wobbling and falling over, and then do the swipe, then like fly into it and make a mistake. Because it's about the tension, holding that tension in that lunge, because you can feel it in your legs. Good job. Next up, we are going down to the floor for push the cart. You'll notice that everything you kind of do now on the floor is going to induce huge amounts of sweat. I don't know why, it's always the way. You're like standing up and running and it's fine. You get down to the floor and sweat just comes out. Right, so we're getting into plank, shoulders, wrists, elbows in line, tuck in, and we're going for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stand up or knees down, up to you. Right, come join me. Shoulders, wrists, elbow in line, tuck and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So step and stand up if you like, or put your knees down. Whatever is better. Obviously, the more you get into these later on, you can speed these up and twist, and there's loads of other shit you can do. But let's just keep them a bit vanilla for now whilst we get them. Okay, I'm officially sweating, good news. Next move we're going to be doing is swim the MOAT. This is the penultimate move. So that's it, we're basically done. Well done, guys. All right, so we are lying with our backs on the ground. That's it, and we're going to keep it up high up here, and we're going to swim the MOAT. All right? Out of breath, but that's okay. Get ready, back into the floor, no gaps. Let's swim. You can go quickly, you can go slowly, you can make them really big if you like. Whatever feels better or doable. And again, feel your abs. Can you feel them? They should be working super hard. Basically, the baller version of this is you come all the way down here, and it's very painful and hurts a lot. So let's just stay up here for now, shall we? Okay, swim that MOAT. Good job. Well done. Right, so we've got this little rest period. Take a swig of water. Wipe your face with a towel if you need to. I know I need to. It's getting a little bit sweaty in here. Right, we just got one more move. That's it. Power move, then we're done, then you're finished, then you smash being a knight, and then once you've done this, you can move on to New Game Plus. Oh yeah. Right, okay. Power move is sweet roll. So remember, we are popping to the floor, double roll if you've got the space, or just single roll is fine. I also now really want like an iced bun when I think about this move. So pop down, I assume that's what they were, and roll all the way over and stand. You remember like in school, and then you come down, roll, and then come back up, okay? So we're gonna start in a second. Ready? I'm sweating, last move, come on. Let's speed through them if you can. Just be careful when you pop up. Okay. Do you remember like at school, they would give you those like dessert buns that were basically like a crap old roll that they just happened to put icing sugar on it, and they thought that like we didn't know. I mean, we still ate them because sugar. But who were they kidding? Who came up with that fraudulent idea of dessert? Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. You're done. Stop what you're doing. Okay. Oh my God. Amazing work. See? 15 minutes. You've basically learned all the core moves of the knight character now. Like, you know what they are. Keep doing this workout until you feel a little bit of progress. Then you can move on to New Game Plus, where I'm going to make it just that little bit harder for you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and you'll never miss another Games to Train workout. I mean, if sweating is something you're into.